WPIAL podcast on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, where myself, and I are like the weather right now, pretty crappy. So we'll get through. This is sort of like our update with 2 weeks left in WPIAL basketball, boys and girls section play. Sort of a look. We're going to start updating playoff teams that have clinched after each night of high school basketball, the rest of the next 2 weeks. But this sort of a rundown of what's going on if you're maybe paying attention or not paying attention. So we'll begin with the boys. It is a runaway freight train for the Newcastle Red Hurricane. Ralph Blundo, his Canes, a perfect 16-0 overall. And they have, for all intents and purposes, already clinched a Section 1 title. They have clinched a Section 1 title, perfect 10-0. The rest of the section is a mess, but a competitive mess. And this is going to make for good basketball over the next 2 weeks. You have 3 teams tied for second place: North Hills, Seneca Valley, Pine Richland, all at 5-5. And then 3 teams, 1 game behind them: Fox Chapel, Woodland Hills, and Butler, all 4-6. And North Allegheny, don't count out the Tigers. They're sitting there 2 games out of a playoff spot at 3-7. The rule of thumb, the way this playoff format over this 2-year period, this being the second year, is that sections with 8 or more teams, and this would be one of them, top 5 teams make it. So 5 teams will come out of Section 1. If you have 7 or less in your section, then it's top 4 teams. In Class 6A Section 2, deadlocked Upper St. Clair Central Catholic after the Panthers beat the Vikings this past week. That was actually a week ago. Both teams 31-3 combined overall. They're both sitting at 9-1. Right now, you would have to imagine Newcastle, number 1 seed, and then St. Clair and Central Catholic 2 and 3 on the other side. Battle for playoff positioning. Imani Christian right now sits in 3rd place at 5-4, half game ahead of both Hempfield and Mount Lebanon. Spartans and Blue Devils are 5-5. Norwin is 4-5. All right, let's go to Class 5A. Gateway, big win over Franklin Regional in Section 1. Could have been a tie for the top spot, but the Gators' victory puts them 2 games up on the Panthers. Gateway 9-1, Franklin Regional 7-3. Then McKeesport and Penn Trafford are tied at 6-4. Uniontown sits in 5th place at 5-5, 1 game ahead of Latrobe. Section 2, top 4 teams make it. Penn Hills and Shaler, even in the loss column, Indians 8-1, the Titans 7-1. Then a little bit of a gap. Indiana and Hampton are 4-4, a half game ahead of Kisk-Area. The Cavaliers also with 4 losses, but at 3-4 in section play. 5A, Section 3. Thomas Jefferson has built themselves a gap, 8-0, 2 games up on the Peters Township Indians, and then another gap. South Fayette is in 3rd place at 5-4. Ringgold and Baldwin currently tied for 4th place at 3-5. And finally, in 5A's Section 4, Chartiers Valley, Lincoln Park. They're scheduled to play Tuesday. Of course, we'll see how the weather affects these games early in the week. But that game at Chartiers Valley, the Colts 8-1, the Leopards 7-1. Moon and Mars tied for 3rd place at 5-3. Let's go down to 4A in boys basketball, Section 1. Knock 9-0. They have a 1-game lead over North Catholic. They still have the Trojans coming up in Saxonburg for the rematch. Deer Lakes, after a bit of a gap, 4-4. Burrow and Freeport, 5 losses. They are 1 game behind the Lancers in the fight for 3rd place in Section 1 of Class 4A. Section 2, top 4 teams make it. Quaker Valley alone on top. In fact, they have a 2-game lead for Mike Mastriani's club over Central Valley, who sits in second place. Hopewell and Avonworth are tied for third place with 3-3 section records. Section 3 of Class 4A. Derry, big victory over Bell Vernon. The Leopards 7-1. The Trojans and the Elizabeth Forward Warriors are 6-2. East Allegheny is 4-4 in Section 3 of Class 4A. Let's go to 3A now. Boys basketball, Section 1. Mohawk leads Aliquippo by 1 game. The Warriors 8-0, the Quips 7-1. Those two teams still have one more meeting this season, this regular season. Elwood City 6-3, and Riverside is at 4-4. Section 2 of Class 3A, Bishop Canevin 1 game up on Keystone Oaks. The Crusaders 5-0. The Golden Eagles 5-1. Excuse me. They will meet coming up at Keystone Oaks. Washington is in third place, 1 game up on Stowe Rocks and McGuffey. Section 3 of Class 3A, big win for Seton LaSalle, puts them into a tie for first place with South Park. Both teams with 1 section loss. Right behind them, South Allegheny, and then Shadyside Academy and Apollo Ridge tied for fourth place, each with 4 section losses. Section 4 of Class 3A, Southmoreland is 5-0. They have a 2-game lead over Waynesburg Central, Charleroi, and Ligonier Valley. Top 4 make it. All right, Class 2A, Section 1, still 1 meeting left between Jeanette and Clairton. Those are the top 2 teams combined, 26-2. Jayhawks 9-0, the Bears 8-1. Bentworth and Springdale are both 6-4 and have built themselves a 2-game lead over, right now, Greensburg Central Catholic and Riverview, fighting for the final playoff spot. Top 5 make it out of 2A Section 1. In Section 2 of Class 2A, top 4 make it. Sewickley Academy, perfect on the season, 9-0 in the section. Eden Christian Academy is second. Winchester Thurston is third. And Northgate, a game up on Brentwood in the battle for fourth place. Section 3 of Class 2A, Chartiers Houston, a game up on Jefferson Morgan, still a game to go against the Rockets. Fort Cherry is 6-3. This section takes top 5 teams. So then Beth Center sits in fourth place. West Green is in fifth place and with a 2-game lead for that fifth and final playoff spot. Neshannock and Our Lady of the Sacred Heart with 1 loss each in Section 4 2A. Lancers 9-1, Chargers 8-1. Laurel, Shenango, Union tied for third place, all with 4 losses. Spartans 6-4. Wildcats and Scotties are both 5-4. Section 1 of Class A basketball, Nazareth Prep wins over Avella, breaks the tie for first place. Saints are 5-1. The Eagles 4-2. Avella drops into a tie for second place with Aquinas Academy, right now tied for fourth and final playoff spot. Summit Academy and Cornell. In Section 2 of Class 4A, top 4 teams make it. Defending champion Neighborhood Academy, a 1-game lead over Sarah Catholic, still with a game to go against the Eagles. Monessen is in third place, 1 game up on both Geibel Catholic and St. Joe's. All right, boys basketball in the books. Let's go over to the girls now. In Class 6A, Section 1, Seneca Valley, 1-game lead over Pine Richland. North Hills sits in third place. Top 4 teams make it. Butler and North Allegheny currently tied for fourth place. Section 2 of 6A, deadlocked Norwin and Cannon McMillan for first place with 5-1 records. Upper St. Clair sits in third place, 1 game up on Hempfield and Mount Lebanon. Top 4 teams make it in Section 2 6A. Same situation in Section 1 5A, where Plum leads the way at 8-1. Penn Hills, Fox Chapel, and Shaler all tied for second place. Indians 6-3. Foxes and Titans are 5-3. 1 game up in the loss column on Franklin Regional at 5-4. Section 2 of Class 5A, top 4 teams into the postseason. Penn Trafford undefeated in section play at 9-0. They're in first place, a game up on Indiana. Third place is Latrobe, and Kiscaria alone in fourth place. Section 3 of 5A. Again, top 4 teams make it into the postseason. South Fayette, a 2-game cushion on top. West Allegheny is in second place. Chartiers Valley third. And Montour, a 1-game lead over Moon and Mars in the battle for fourth place. Section 4 of Class 5A, also top 4 teams make it into the postseason. Thomas Jefferson has built up a 2-game cushion on top. Baldwin is in second place. Trinity, fresh off a victory over the Highlanders, sits alone in third, and Bethel Park is alone in fourth place. 4A, Section 1, Girls Hoops, Oakland Catholic alone on top at 8-0, a 2-game lead over both Burrell and North Catholic. Freeport is even in the loss column with Knock in the battle for fourth place. Top 4 teams make it. Yellow Jackets 4-5. Knights are 3-5. 4A Section 2, Blackhawk undefeated on the season, 16-0, 9-0, 2-game lead over Beaver. Bobcats in second place, 1 game up on third place Hampton, or actually tie for third place Hampton and Lincoln Park. Talbots are 6-3, but the Leopards, still with some games to play, are at 4-3. Top 4 teams make it in Section 2 of Class 4A. Top 5 teams make it in Section 3, 4A. Bell Vernon and Elizabeth Forward deadlocked. They meet this upcoming week for first place. Both the Leopards and Warriors are 9-1. South Park right behind them at 8-2. Bell Vernon, big win over the Eagles this past week at South Park. Fourth place, Ringgold. They have a 1-game lead over both Mount Pleasant and Laurel Highlands in a section in which the top 5 make it to the postseason. 3A, Section 1, Beaver Falls alone on top, 2 games up on Quaker Valley. Tigers remain undefeated at 16-0. Quakers in second place. Our Lady of the Sacred Heart and Riverside are tied for third place at 6-4. Right now, Stowe Rocks and Mohawk are tied for fifth place in the battle for a playoff spot. Section 2 of 3A, Shadyside Academy, 1-game lead over Greensburg Central Catholic. They will host the Centurions coming up in these final 2 weeks. Avonworth, 7-3, sits in third place. Deer Lakes at 6-4 in fourth place. Fifth place right now, Ligonier Valley has a 1-game lead in the loss column over South Allegheny. Section 3 of Class 3A, Seton LaSalle has a 2-game lead on top at 9-0. Waynesburg Central and McGuffey are tied for second place. Top 4 teams make it. Keystone Oaks currently a 1-game lead over Washington for fourth place. Class 2A, Section 1, top 4 make it. Neshannock 6-0, Aliquippa 5-1. They will meet one more time in the regular season. Rochester's in third place at 4-2. Currently Laurel at 2-4, a 1-game lead over Shenango in the battle for fourth place. Section 2 of Class 2A. Fort Cherry has a 1-game lead over Bergenstown with a date still to go against the Blue Devils. Southside and Brentwood are tied for third place in a section where the top 4 teams make it to the postseason. Section 3 of Class 2A, Chartiers Houston is in first place, 1 game up on California. Then Bentworth and Beth Center are tied for third place. Again, top 4 teams make it to the playoffs in Section 3, Girls 2A. Finally, 4A, Winchester Thurston, alone in first place at 6-0, 2 games up on Riverview. Apollo Ridge and Jeanette, even in the loss column in the battle for third place. Vikings 3-3, Jayhawks 2-3. They're both a game up on Fraser and the Ellis School, top 4 teams into the postseason in Section 4-2A. Finally, Class A, Section 1, Aquinas Academy at 9-0 in first place. Union, second place at 8-2. St. Joe's 7-3 in third place. Sewickley Academy in fourth place at 6-4. Top 5 teams make it. Right now, fifth place belongs to Eden Christian Academy, one up on both Western Beaver and Springdale. Section 2, also top 5 make it. Geibel Catholic, perfect 17-0, 10-0 in the section with a game still to go against Sarah Catholic. The Eagles are 9-1, one game back. West Green in third place at 6-3. Monessen and Bishop Canavan tied for fourth place at 5-5. So 2 weeks left in the regular season. Check out our website coming up late Sunday, early Monday for the latest playoff clinchings in WPIAL boys and girls basketball. We'll keep those updated after each night of action. Thanks to Chris Lackner, our producer. I'm Don Rebel. We thank you for joining us. Stay safe out there. Nasty, nasty weather coming our way. 2 weeks left. Stretch run coming up on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.